Episode 1 of House of the Dragon Season 3 has been released, and this episode was really good. But it was very different according to the books. The importance of the battle you have been waiting for the past 2 years has been reduced in the show, because this battle was shown in a very different way according to the books. So let's discuss Episode 1 of House of the Dragon Season 3 with a lot of spoilers. The episode starts with a sheep which was present in a mountain. Then suddenly a dragon comes and eats the sheep. Then we understand that the dragon is a sheep stealer, so Rhaenyra Targaryen is following this dragon. The scene shifts to King's Landing, where Aemond Targaryen asks Mr. Orville for information about King Aegon, because King Aegon has left King's Landing and ran away. There Aemond was about to kill Mr. Orville, when he finds out that Lord Loras has also run away from King's Landing. The scene shifts towards Aegon and Loras Strong, where Aegon and Loras Strong were sitting in a horse cart. Here Aegon was in a lot of pain. That's why he asked for the milk of the poppy. Milk of the poppy was used like a painkiller. You may remember that in the last season, Aemond burned Aegon and his dragon with his dragon, Vhagar. Aegon's body has not yet fully recovered. That's why he asked Loras Strong for the milk of the poppy. This was the same drink that was given to Viserys Targaryen. There Loras Strong replies to Aegon that he has not brought the milk of the poppy in a hurry. Aegon talks to Loras that his car is stopped by the people of Rhaenyra Targaryen. These people were from House Staunton. They just tell him that if you want to go ahead of this road, then you will have to accept Rhaenyra Targaryen as the queen and bow down in front of her. Loras Strong tells him that he is a common man and he is going to the White Harbor with these ravens. As soon as they ask him to bow down in front of Rhaenyra's authority, Loras Strong immediately bows down. But Aegon Targaryen refuses to bow down in front of Rhaenyra's authority. Now, what will a king bow down in front of another queen? Now, the reason why Aegon did not bow down in front of Rhaenyra's authority is given by Loras Strong, and he tells everything in front of these people. He is the king. I was in his small council. He was burned by the dragon fire in the Battle of the Rock West, and as a proof, this is his crown. It should be clear who Aegon is. Hearing all these things, he is very happy, and they give the order to behead Aegon and Loras. Loras Strong himself gives them an idea and tells them to bring the queen alive, because Aegon himself is a challenger for the queen at this time. Then they make a plan that first we will take them to Duskendale, and then from there, through the ship to Dragonstone. After this, the scene shifts to Dragonstone, where Jacaerys and Rhaenyra's conversation is shown. And there Jacaerys refuses to trust Rhaenyra on Alicent's offer. He believed that there could be some kind of trap. You must remember that in the last season, Alicent came to Dragonstone, and she offered Rhaenyra Targaryen that when there will be no one in King's Landing. Then you come with your army, and I will open the gates of King's Landing. Here Rhaenyra Targaryen believed that Alicent came to Dragonstone. She put her life at risk. King's Landing is empty because Aemond Harrenhal will go, and Aegon is lying in bed. So I will take control of both Aegon and King's Landing in one strike. Rhaenyra Targaryen tells this plan to her Black Council, where Mysaria, Jacaerys, and Lord Celtigar tell this plan to be very risky. But Rhaenyra had complete trust on Alicent, and she orders Corlys Velaryon to write Raven, where she asks Corlys for help of soldiers, because she will need soldiers to control the city. And here Rhaenyra Targaryen orders that we will leave for King's Landing within 2 days. The scene shifts to King's Landing, where Alicent has returned from Dragonstone, and Aemond's knight gives her a message that Aemond Targaryen is waiting for you in Iron Throne. Here we see a conversation between Aemond and Alicent, where Alicent asks Aemond that why didn't you go to Harrenhal? Here Aemond replies to Alicent that because Aegon has run away from the city, that's why I will have to stay in the city to keep the city safe. Apart from this, Lord Ormond Hightower, with 15,000 Hightower soldiers. Daemon, who is his younger brother, is coming here with his dragon Targaryen. Along with that, he is ready to attack the sea snake blockade of Treyarch, because we all know that Corlys Velaryon has been choking Gullet for a long time. Here, looking at Alicent's face, we understand that Alicent didn't know anything about Aemond's implants. The scene shifts from here, where we see a battle scene, where Daemon Targaryen is killing people like a dog. Here we see a conversation between Daemon Targaryen and Oscar Tully. These people are talking that some people are seen coming from the jungle. Looking at them, Daemon gets scared. Daemon gives an order and gathers all his people. The people who were seen coming from the jungle were Starks, which means Winterwolf is here. The leader of Starks was Roderick Dustin, who gives the head of a Lannister to Daemon Targaryen and says that we are all ready to die for the Dragon Queen. Daemon is surprised to see this, and then he replies that now we have to kill more lions. The scene shifts towards Gwyn Hightower and Christian Cole. Here Gwyn Hightower is a little frustrated because the knights are forgetting their principles and becoming beasts. Here Christian Cole accepts this and says that we have all become beasts. Maybe Christian Cole said all this because he has already broken all the oaths. The scene shifts where we see three dragon sisters together, Adam, Hugh Hammer, and Elfwhite. Here these three are waiting for Vagar to come. Here the scene shifts towards Rhaena Targaryen and Sheepstealer, where Sheepstealer leaves Rhaena Targaryen in a small mountain. Here the scene shifts towards Alan and Corlys Velaryon, where Corlys Velaryon offers a drink to Alan. This drink was of Ib. Alan does not like its taste at all. Their conversation is going on. That's when they find out that the enemy's ships have been spotted. Corlys Velaryon orders to send ravens to Dragonstone, and Corlys Velaryon thought that these ships would be of Greyjoys or Lannisters. But here Alan says that these ships are of Triarchy. Lannisters were also present in those ships of Triarchy, because Aemond Targaryen had sent Talon Lannister to Essos in Season 2 to get the support of the Triarchy. Here Tywin Lannister tells Sherrico Lohar, who was the leader of the Triarchy, he tells her to go to Dragonstone, but Sherrico Lohar makes a plan to go to Driftmark, because Sherrico Lohar made this alliance with the Greens only to take revenge from the Sea Snake. The scene shifts to the ship stealer and Rhaena Targaryen, where the ship stealer brings a ship for Rhaena, and Rhaena Targaryen eats that ship, as if she hasn't eaten anything for many days. The scene shifts to the Hightower army, where we get to see Tessarion's first look. Along with the Hightower army, Aemond Hightower, who is controlling the Hightower army, and Daemon Targaryen, who is Alicent's fourth son. We also get to see that, in this scene we get to see the letter, which was written by Alicent Hightower in King's Landing. According to this letter, Aemond Targaryen will join the Hightower army within 3 days, and on the other hand, Rhaena Targaryen is ready to attack King's Landing within 2 days. On the other hand, in the Red Keep, we get to see a conversation between Alicent and Aemond, where Alicent is repeatedly asking Aemond to go to Harrenhal. Here we get to see this disgusting scene, from which it is confirmed that Aemond has some mommy issues, because even in the last season, he was seen with a woman in a brothel. But was it necessary to put this scene in the middle of this conversation between mother and son? You tell me in the comments. After this, the scene shifts to Dragonstone, where Rhaenyra gets information about Gullet, where she gets information that a very strong attack has been done on the Valyrian fleet. Rhaenyra gets ready to join the Battle of the Gullet, but Jacaerys Valyrian Rhaenyra locks Targaryen in Rhaenyra's chamber and goes towards Gullet. In the next scene, we get to see the Battle of the Gullet, where Sherrico Lohar was in attack mode, and he was killing the Valyrian soldiers in a bad way. Here we understand that Sherrico Lohar just wanted to take revenge from Corlys. On the other hand, Rhaenyra gets very frustrated because no one is accepting her orders, neither Daemon nor Jacaerys, and not even the Queen Guards. And here Jacaerys and Bella join the Battle of the Gullet, and they both start destroying ships one after the other. But Sherrico Lohar had come fully prepared. In just one shot of Scorpion, he traps Jacaerys' dragon Vermax. But there Bella cuts his rope and saves Jacaerys. Corlys Velaryon's plan was to separate Sherrico Lohar from his people. That's why he takes his ship from a very narrow path, so that Sherrico Lohar follows him, and he gets separated from the Triarchy. At the same time, we understand how skillful Corlys Velaryon is in sailing his ships in the sea. On the other hand, Rhaena had reached Dragonstone with her ship stealer, but instead of going to Dragonstone, she joins the Battle of the Gullet, and Sherrico Lohar kills all the Lannisters and gets his ship behind Corlys. Here Corlys Velaryon also understands that the Triarchy has also attacked Driftmark. Rhaena tries to control the ship stealer, but the ship stealer, along with the enemy, also attacks Velaryon, and at the same time he also attacks Moondancer and Bella. Now if you fly a dragon without any training or experience, then this will happen. Now I don't know, what is the problem with Rhaena? Because even after being born in the Targaryen and Velaryon family, she doesn't know anything about the battle. She could have gone to Dragonstone peacefully, but from there, she came to join the Battle of the Gullet, forcibly. You definitely wait till the end. I will tell you at the end how well this battle is explained in the books. On the other hand, Sherrico takes his ship straight and puts it in Corlys' ship, and we get to see a close combat where Corlys and Sherrico come face to face, and there is a good battle between them. But then, Corlys' ship breaks, and Corlys falls into the water, And Alan himself goes and fights with Shiraku. And Alan kills Shiraku, on the other hand. Because of the mess made by CP Steeler, Vermax gets another arrow, and Vermax can't fly, and Vermax drowns in the water and dies. Jacaerys leaves Vermax and tries to swim in the water, but by then, Jacaerys was completely surrounded by the ships of Triarchy, and then he gets 3 arrows one after the other, because of which he dies there. Till now we only know that Corlys fell into the water. Now whether Corlys is dead or not, we will know that in the next episode. In the books, this battle is very different. In the books, the main core of this battle was Aegon the Younger and Viserys the Second Targaryen, because at that time, Valyrian ships were taking them to Pentos, and at the same time, Triarchy attacked them. Secondly, Corlys Velaryon was not present in this battle. Corlys Velaryon was in Dragonstone at that time, and that's why Shiraku Lohar attacked Driftmark. Thirdly, Sheepstealer. Sheepstealer was worse than Rhaenyra Targaryen. Aegon the Younger had killed his dragon. His dragon was Stormcloud. When Triarchy attacked his ship, then Aegon tries to find his brother Viserys, but when he doesn't find Viserys for a long time, then he sits on his dragon for the first time. He rides his dragon for the first time, and after riding, he goes to Stormwind. And after going there, his dragon was Stormcloud. He is killed. And in this battle, Rhaenyra's youngest son, Viserys, was kidnapped, which was taken by Triarchy to Essos. And in this whole battle, we only got to see 3 dragons. In fact, we got to see only 2 dragons. Sheepstealer was the enemy, because first of all, Viserys attacked in Battle of the Gullet, and after Viserys, 4 dragon seeds came there. 4 dragon seeds came here, and here. Viserys died even after 5 dragons. This was shocking. Not that Viserys is fighting alone, and he died, and that too, because of Sheepstealer. Battle of the Gullet. We were waiting for 2 years, and Battle of the Gullet. I don't think it will be considered very important. In the show, in the book, it is very important, because in the book, Viserys also died. Aegon survived. Viserys was kidnapped. Here Blacks won, but even after Blacks won, Blacks suffered a lot of loss, and here Rhaenyra is completely broken. So this was House of the Dragon Season 3, Episode 1 Complete Explanation. How did you like this episode? Please tell us in the comments. Please like the video. And to know everything about the next episode of House of the Dragons, please subscribe to Movie Circle. Now we will meet in the next video. Till then, bye-bye.